You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Critics ridicule Trump's bizarre freedom fuel gas price stunt. What a joke, based on an article by Matthew Chapman. Freedom fuel is a prop, not a policy. A White House with a gas station masked. The source story is not really about gasoline. It is about a White House using a branded freedom fuel rollout to sell the image of relief while doing almost nothing of substance. The administration is advertising 25 gas stations in a country with roughly 120,000, then asking voters to confuse a stunt with governance. Who actually holds power? The power in this story sits with Donald Trump and the White House account amplifying the gimmick. They are the ones assigning meaning to the price at the pump, turning a single Philadelphia station into a national message, and claiming credit for a price drop they did not produce in any meaningful structural sense. That is the basic move. Seize the microphone. Attach the president's name to a consumer good and present branding as executive competence. A tiny sample sold as national relief. A network of 25 stations is not an energy policy. It is a stage set. The source makes the scale obvious, and that scale is the indictment. One station offering $3.47 gasoline is not evidence of system-wide relief. It is evidence of a political operation that knows how to weaponize small numbers and loud claims. The article also notes the awkward comparison that undercuts the performance. Gas averaged $3.12 when Biden left office. So the administration is demanding applause for a price that is still higher than the benchmark it wants voters to forget. Misdirection as method. The real trick is not lowering prices. It is manufacturing the impression that prices are being managed, then pretending the management itself deserves celebration. That is why the criticism from outside the martyr press bubble landed so hard. Commentators pointed out the absurdity of a White House cheering a tiny branded rollout, and one critic tied the price pain to Trump's war against Iran. Whether or not every causal chain is settled in the source, the political point is clear. The administration wants credit for relief while keeping blame diffuse for the damage. This is not confusion. It is deliberate misdirection. The coalition of enablers, the White House, is not acting alone. Martyr pundits and far-right propagandists immediately lauded the announcement, helping convert an obvious public relations exercise into a loyalty test. That matters because modern authoritarian politics does not rely only on one leader. It depends on an ecosystem willing to launder spectacle into legitimacy. Even the rhetorical question about whether the stations are state-owned, Trump-owned, or donor-owned points to the same rotten public messaging that smells like patronage but is sold as populism. The deeper pattern, freedom fuel, is the governing philosophy in miniature. Create a spectacle, name it after freedom, and demand gratitude for a cosmetic fix to a problem your own politics helped deepen. The point is not to solve material hardship. The point is to control the story around it. That is how power behaves when it is more interested in domination than administration. It produces props instead of policy, slogans instead of accountability, and a small branded convenience store chain where real public leadership should be. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with its automated voice of Bryce. Thanks for listening.